Hello, gorgeous human beings, and welcome to day 4 of the Trademark Masterclass. Just want to have a good look at you. See all the faces that I love and new faces that I have not seen before. Hi, this is so fun. Hi, ladies. Thank you for being on here. And to the gentlemen that are streaming in their own group, hello, hello. Oh, Lloyd, I haven't seen you in so long. Hi. All right. So who took a second to kind of look at their buyer's perspective? Like if I were the buyer here, yeah, Cheryl's like, me. And did you get anything from that? Was it like, okay, I'm actually doing a great job, or like, I know exactly where I need to change things, right? So it's such a cool perspective sometimes to just stop putting ourselves out there, trying to make them respond a certain way, and like, bring it back to our focus. Like, why do we want to do this in the first place? What are we trying to better? And I think this is something that I do a lot, and that keeps me focused on my work, is I remember all the time, why did I start doing this business? What was it that was missing for me when I first started this? And I was like, I know that I could do, I could do better than that. If I was to do this, like I would bring this and I would do that. And like, there's so much of this out there in the world, but this is missing. And like, if I would do it, I would do this. And sometimes we get so caught up in then comparing on who's doing it really well that we forget that spice that we had in the beginning that was like, I want to build something because what I want to deliver to the world is this. So when you bring it back and you focus on, why are you doing this? Where are you bettering the industries that you're working in, the world? Like, what's your work here? And if you don't dilute it with trying to copy other people, it's kind of magic what starts to happen. So today I want to talk about a few things, and I'm excited about this conversation because it's one that always gets me like really fired up, and it gets me excited too, because as I said at the beginning of this masterclass, I'm going back, like we're doing this trademark masterclass, and it shines light on what's coming in the 3 next months of the Alpha Femme brand. So in the next 3 months, we're focusing on like social media impact and influence with Impact Academy, the coach program, the cash program, now the buyer, the Le Narrateur is coming back. So like, there's all these incredible programs that are happening that's all about how to actually skyrocket your own business and your own brand through your own personal power and your own way without needing anything from the outside if you don't want it, like self-fulfilled, self-fueled, self-created, self-made, with the help and the support of the world, the industry, the mentors and all the things, but still like you're in charge of your growth, and you're in charge of your life, and you're in charge of what you end up creating in your life. And so the next 3 months inside of this brand are really exciting, propelling months of just like, let's have fun and let's do this. And like, let's do this. So who, just out of curiosity, who on the Zoom is AFE right now? Like that you already know you're in the next 3. So this is going to be a lot of fun for you too. Cause like, you already know that you're in the next 3. So everything I'm talking about, you're like, okay, gonna do this, gonna do that, gonna do this, gonna do that. So when you're listening, already knowing you're in, it's kind of a different experience working on it. I love it. So today is a really fun thing to start thinking about, especially if you're in the AFE and you're starting to get ready for these 3 next months that are like really revving up. Today's module is going to start getting you in the vibes. This is something that I love to think about before we enter this every year. So I want to give you an example of something. We're going to go back to the conversation of trademark. So trademark means it's your recognized, distinct thing that people know you for. But the crazy wild thing that I realized as I was doing this work is that you can do something, and depending on who you ask, they will recognize you for something different. Like you're doing something and you're pretty sure that what you're doing is about what you're doing. But if you ask this person, they'll say that what you're doing is about this. And if you ask this person, they'll say what you're doing is about that. And I think that's a very common concept with my brand. If anyone were to ask you like, oh, Melanie Ann Layer, I've never heard of her. Like, what does she do? Like, depends which month you ask me. It depends which program she's running. It depends which client you ask, because for the clients who've been with me through, personal development and, reclaiming your feminine leadership in life, or the magic on legs, like relationship mastery, or whether it's social media, or how to become an extraordinary mentor, an extraordinary coach, whether it's quantum leaps, money, like how do you describe it? You can't. But I have a product out there, the Alpha Femme product, that is trademarked in all the ways that I think about it, in my value and my sales and my all the things. Like I had you think about it at first, but then depending on who you ask, I'll stand out to them for different reasons. And one of the really awesome examples I have for this is the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl has so many moving parts to it. And like the NFL, which has its own trademark, decided to create a sporting event that would revolutionize sporting events. They were like, we have an idea. This is going to be amazing. And so they put on this huge event. And what happened is all of a sudden, the marketers and the advertisers realized how many people were watching this event. And so the marketers and the advertisers said, can we advertise on your event? You have a lot of cool people at this event. And it just so happens that a lot of the people that watch this event are people that we want to market to. People who drink beer, people who eat Tostitos, people who eat salsa, people who watch a certain type of cable network, people who like different kinds of sports gears, people who can advertise on your Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl said, but of course you could advertise on the Super Bowl. Let me just tell you how much that's going to be, because advertising here on this channel this weekend is now worth more than any other channel on television. And so if you want to advertise on my channel, better be a next level ad. So like, what are you thinking? It needs to be so good, because I can't have anyone changing the channel on the Super Bowl. So show me something like next level, and also show me the money, because this is going to cost you a lot of money, because the opportunity that you have to market on my channel is something next level. So show me the best ad you got, show me the money, and we'll have a discussion. And so the ad people were like, okay, we need to be able to show up. Like they need to pick us. We've got the money. But now we've got to create something next level. And so they went to the drawing board and started making these ads that are better than any other ad ever. And Super Bowl's like, yes, you can put this on one of our ads. People will love it. And this will keep people on the channel. Yes, you're approved. Oh my gosh. And so now the ads are so good that people start to associate that the Super Bowl is not just about sports. Some people associate that the Super Bowl is about the advertisement. People are like, I don't really watch the Super Bowl, but I love the ads. So I don't mind. My partner watches the things and I watch the ads. People love the ads. And so the Super Bowl for a lot of people has been known for the ads. For some people, it's about the food. Let's be honest. Yay, Super Bowl food. For some people, it's about the party. And there are people who will market Super Bowl stuff based on the food, based on the party, based on the vibes, based on the advertising. Now, when you have this many people who adhere to a culture, to a trademark, the Super Bowl trademark, the food, the party, the tailgates, the outfits, the advertising, the sport, the energy, all of the things, this is the greatest show. Like, this is the greatest show. Where are the artists? Someone's got to sing. Like, we got to put people on stage that, like, we need the halftime thing. When people start to get bored and a little bit overdone with the sports and they want to nap and they're, no. You got to go put people on that stage. You need to, and we need a show. I'm talking, we need to see booty, or we need to see the greatest dance moves the world has ever seen, or like we want to feel like ladies in the 90s. Bring back all the music that makes us feel like teenagers again. Like, let's bring the power back at the halftime show. So now we've got the greatest show, the ads, the food, the family time, the culture, the sports, and then people they want to know how it is made. Now they want the behind the scenes, how you set up, how you tear down the Super Bowl. There's everything about everything. And it's become this iconic money-making empire. And in one weekend, the money that's made makes no sense. Does it make sense business-wise to have one event like that make that much money? Not really. How come so many people are interested in it? How come it creates so much va-va-voom? Is because the Super Bowl knows its trademark. It's got to be big. It's got to be great. It's got to be the greatest show. It's got to feel good, taste good, smell good, sound good, look good. You name it. You name it. It's got to be there. Any feeling, any emotion, it's got to be there. You've got to laugh with the ads. You've got to get excited when your team's got the ball. You got to cry when they lose the ball. You've got to have tingles and chills when the music comes on. You got to feel hungry when the food comes on. You got to feel everything. And we got to do it world class. We cannot cheap out on anything. Everything's got to be great. World class event. And then it's recognized as such because that's the trademark. So when you're building your business, you're going to find out what is my trademark? Like what matters? What I started to really recognize that changed my business forever is that I am not the Budweiser ad. I'm the Super Bowl. I ran my business like I was a Budweiser ad, begging everyone to run my ad. Who's looking for another podcast person? Who wants to share my thing? Who wants to talk about my thing? Please, 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 please. And it was like, okay, no. But when I started building a channel that was the Super Bowl, I ran all my own ads. And then you know what happened? People were like, that is a next level ad. Can I run that ad on my page? Can I talk about that? I'm watching the Super Bowl. I'm watching the Melanie Ann Layer Alpha Femme Super Bowl this weekend. I'm in. Now people were proud to post my ads on their stuff. Share a piece, a clip. This is the clip of the Super Bowl. Ends up on someone else's feed. Here's a little clip of me watching the Super Bowl of Melanie Ann Layer Alpha Femme. Here's a little clip of what I'm doing. Here's what I learned. Here's what I saw. Oh my gosh, the best part. The best part was module 4 this time. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But while I was trying to just be advertising, none of this worked the same way. And that's how I used a lot of my social media, as though I was the Budweiser commercial, the Tostito commercial. I forgot that I had the power to also be the halftime show. I forgot that I also had the power to be the ball game itself. People want to know the setup and the teardown of the Alpha Femme brand. People want to see the best and the highlights. People want to see the funny stuff, the good stuff, the brilliant stuff. They want to hear the story, the making of, they want all of it. And so if I'm just so focused on building good advertising, but there's no one watching the ads, even if I make the most world-class ad, and we spend all our energy trying to make the world's best ads. I did such a good sales pitch. I did such a good Facebook Live. I wrote the best email. It was the best copy. It was the greatest content. Yeah, but you were running it on the HGTV show during the Super Bowl. You're not building the right platform for these ads. And so when I started to recognize the power of not just the advertising and the marketing, but which channel it's marketed on, I changed everything. It's very rare that people just want to watch ads, unless your trademark is ads, in which case you're more like a QVC style company where all you do is sell, sell, sell. But if you do that, I highly suggest that you sell all kinds of different things so people don't get bored. Because if every time you open QVC, it was the one same thing over and 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 over again, probably wouldn't get hooked. But it's the fact that you're watching the Willy Waller, the Slicer, the Mr. Sticky, the ShamWow, and then you're like, I'm going to close this now because I've been watching TV for like 47 minutes and all this is infomercials. But wait, there's more. If you buy this super shop vac for only this much, we'll throw in the pen you saw from the beginning, the mascara from the middle, and 3 pearl necklaces for only $2 more per month for the rest of your life. And you're like, I can't. I'm never going to buy any of this. But what's the next thing that's coming on? I want it all. Flashback much? Yes. But wait, there's more. There's more. Miracle face cream and leg wax that tastes like honey. Like, what more can they come up with? I don't feel well. I have a headache. I'm exhausted. It's midnight. I'm going to watch this stuff till 3 o'clock in the morning. And there are people who will watch the QVC channel on repeat. The makeup, the face products, the cleaning products, the cooking stuff. Did he just cook sugar directly in a pan and it didn't even stick? What is this madness? And an egg right there, slid right off the pan. I can't handle it. Will he show it again? I don't think I can contain my level of excitement. My goodness, twice in the same pan. This makes no sense. But wait, there's more. If you continue watching this infomercial, I will show you how to cook 5 things that would normally stick in 5 minutes flat. And if you keep watching, then you're going to get to buy everything I just showed you double for the price of 2. I don't know what I'm watching. It's like a train wreck. I can't look away. Only if you are dedicated to making advertising and marketing your trademark can you pull off something like that. Because anyone who doesn't want to watch advertising will never watch your channel. Who here has ever stopped following someone because you were like, literally, all you do is sell? I don't even know. Everything it is sell, 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 sell. And I'm not in the market to be watching an advertising channel. So I'm done. But it still works for them. It's not like you stopping to follow them doesn't make things stop working for them, because they are going to have the channel like QVC that has continued to thrive forever and ever and ever. If that's their trademark and they are owning that, that's fantastic. It's going to work. But if that's not even what they want, if that's not what they want to look like, if they want the best show on TV with the best ads on TV and the best halftime show on TV, then there's a totally different marketing strategy. What you've got to realize is your job, even greater than the infomercials, is the program. What's your program? And so this is why in the beginning we're talking about like not making it all about selling, because when you make it all about selling, you forget that your channel is not just a selling channel. It's the Super Bowl with the world's best ads. That's what we're aiming for. So if we look at it in this way, what we want to do is showcase a brand, showcase a trademark. What are you about? Same as the Super Bowl is about the ads, the show, the food, the family, the laughter, the da-da-da. What are your trademarks? Is there humor in your brand? Is it luxury in your brand? Is it beautiful branding? Is it quotes? Is it memes? Is it like, what is it that you spend all your time interested in watching on social media to make this the easiest thing possible for you? But here's the secret sauce that holds everything together. And I've had quite a few questions. And oh, by the way, I forgot to say, I've decided I want to add a Q&A to this. And what we're going to do, because I just opened a new YouTube channel, brand new YouTube channel, like yesterday. If you subscribe to the channel, I'm going to do a YouTube live Q&A. So that's going to be fun. And so it'll be an opportunity to answer some of the questions, because I've seen some really awesome questions in the group and I'm excited to answer them all. I just don't want to go off track with what I have to tell you, but I feel like I should address them because they're epic questions. And so we'll be able to do that for the people who are subscribed to my channel. I'll make sure that the Alpha team posts a link, and we can even do a YouTube thread for those of you with YouTube channels that want to connect. Okay, getting distracted. So the idea here is we want to create a world-class channel where any ad that gets marketed on that channel is like worth its weight in gold. On the Alpha Femme channel, whether I'm marketing me or you, there's going to be sales. On the Alpha Femme channel, whether I'm selling personal development like Femme Fatale or Impact Academy, it's going to sell because it's the channel that sells. And the ads are world-class because that's in alignment with my trademark, but it's not the ads that sell, it's the channel that has the right buyers. And so they don't need to be manipulated in order to buy. They're already on the channel watching the ad that's the perfect ad for them, if it's the right ad for them. And if it is, they buy, and if it isn't, it isn't, and it's fine. You're getting the vibe. There's no pressure needed, because if they're on the channel, they want to be on the channel. And so by the time the ad comes on, if they watch it and they like it, they buy. If they watch it and they don't want it, they don't. But the channel's world class, so they keep watching the channel, and maybe something later is something interesting to them. But because there's enough value on the channel, it doesn't feel upsetting that there are sales. And because the advertising is so good, it's actually valuable to watch the advertising. Like when I create these little video animations, that was one of the ways for me that I wanted it to feel fun for you to watch my advertising. I wanted it to be like, Melody is going to advertise. What's her next masterclass? What's her next program? I want to see what it is, because it's cool the way she does it, because it's beautiful the way she does it, because it's exciting the way she does it. So it's like looking at your own way, like, what can I bring to the table? How do I make people feel what I'm feeling? This is the key. And so the thing with the Super Bowl and why it's so powerful is that the real live emotions that are coursing through that show are not mimicable. The audience energy live in the Super Bowl in that stadium is like the energy emitting from that channel. For those of you who believe in energetics, like, can you only imagine filming the energy in that stadium? What's coming through the screen? People are in their living room with palpitations, like freaking out. It's so much energy. Energy for the good and energy for the fear, like it's fire. Energy for the wow of whoever's on the show, energy of laughing their butts off at whatever came on the infomercial, like all the energy, all the emotions, desire, fear, laughter, disappointment, discouragement, hope, so many emotions. And what I found across the board, really researching and looking at any kind of marketing, it's about how you make people feel. People buy based on feelings. They buy based on how they feel. That's it. They feel like it, or they feel like they don't. They feel happier imagining having the product, or they don't. They buy based on how they feel. And so how a lot of the manipulative tactics occur is just you manipulate the way they feel, right? So create scarcity, create shame, create fear. But I see people buy luxury stuff so differently, from desire, from excitement, from pleasure. And I'm like, those are equally or more powerful emotions. Why aren't people buying like that? Because the advertisement leads the emotion. That's why. Learning to advertise and market through desire, hope, magic, excitement, joy, bliss, it takes as much energy as to market from fear, lack, guilt, shame, all the things. It's just one is speaking to a powerful person and one is speaking to a disempowered in the moment person, because when we're feeling all those scary emotions, we're feeling disempowered in the moment, and disempowerment creates vulnerability, and vulnerability, it leaves space for manipulation, and so it's the easier sale. To me, I would be very sad if that were part of my trademark. If I'm creating urgency, it's the kind of urgency of like, there's only 400 front row seats to the Adele concert, and I want to be the first to get a front row seat. It's not, if you don't buy this, you may not have a place to sleep tonight. There's two different kinds of fear. There's two different kinds of desire. There's the urgency that creates desire, and there's the urgency that creates fear. And we get to look at what line we're playing on. And what I found is that energetics, they're too broad. It's in everything you do. You can't be scarcity, fear, manipulation, all the things, and then just be like, but I'm going to make this very abundant, this one thing. Because everyone that comes into your world is coming into your world based on a certain kind of feeling and energy in the first place. You're attracting them with your branding. You're attracting them with your marketing. You're attracting them with your stories. You're attracting them with your energy. You're attracting them with who you are. And then if your sales strategy, your marketing strategy, and your advertising strategies are in alignment with that trademark, it's in alignment. It's effortless. If you attract through luxury and desire, but you sell from scarcity, there's an energetic mismatch. If you sell through affordability and ease and but you're selling super high luxury stuff that's terrifying, there's an energetic mismatch. So what we're wanting to create is an energetic flow in what we're doing, where it's like the people are finding you for the real reasons of who you are, in the best of who you are, with the best of intentions. You believe in yourself and in your ability to provide for them, and you believe in their power. They're showing up feeling respected, seen, because your whole business model is built that way. You're creating a world-class channel where whether they buy something or not, they're having the time of their lives watching. And from time to time, you run an advertising campaign on your own channel. And the advertising campaign is so world-class that it's a pleasure to watch it. And then if they want it, they buy it. And if they don't, they continue to watch both the channel and the advertising, because everything is still in alignment, because you didn't do anything out of alignment to try to get them to buy. You did not receive them in beautiful, respectful energy and show them the advertising in beautiful, respectful energy. And then the minute they get into your inbox, try to manipulate them to get them to buy, because then it's like, now you've lost, now it's over then. And so in order to create longevity, our integrity is so important. Our integrity through the entire sales process. If for you, sales is the thing and selling is your trademark, then you're going to be okay being salesy in every single thing you do, because it's your trademark. But if you want to try to pretend that you're not, but then when it's time to sell, you just can't help yourself because you're too afraid because you need people to buy, then that sneaky thing, the sneaky little energy comes in where you're like, oh, no, I'm not selling. I'm not selling. I'm just letting you know that, if you don't buy this within the next 24 hours, you may never be able to buy it again. And this was the key to the only thing you would have ever needed in order to make your life better. But I'm not selling it by all means, never. Like, be unapologetic with your selling. Give yourself space to sell in a way where you can be so clear. And this is why, honestly, this is why I love the Shop With Me events. They're like my favorite thing, because I can deliver world-class content in my masterclass. I can really stay focused on what I want to talk about. I can point to which program is about what, so you know what to pay attention to when the Shop With Me comes. This is for learning and for my programs that are coming and for everything's squeaky clean. So there's no fear. There's no discomfort. A lot of times women come to me and they're like, look, I did this free masterclass and I found I just couldn't even sell at all. Has that ever happened to you? You go in, you're like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this masterclass and I'm going to sell the whole way and it's going to be great. And then it's time to sell and you just feel so guilty and you're like, I don't know how. I can't. I'm stuck. I just don't feel like I can. And it's like, you've given so much value, yet you don't feel like you can sell. You may need to have a moment where it's like, it is time to come listen to the sales pitch now. But the greatest fear is that people don't want to buy. Why wouldn't they want to buy if we believe in our stuff? And so that's why having a product that's in alignment with everything you do is so important, because whatever it is that you're setting up, there's an energetic match for a sale. Whether you're selling high ticket, medium range, whether you're selling very inclusive, low ticket pricing, there's always going to be a buyer. If you don't believe that they're capable of buying, then you're disempowering your own buyer. You're disempowering your own buyer. And that's just not the vibe. So we've got to empower the buyer, but it's got to make sense based on the trademark. And so a lot of times it's like, what do I do? How do I sell? Should I be raising my prices? Is this a price thing? Should I be selling higher ticket, lower ticket? Should I maybe charge too much? If it's in alignment with your trademark, the price doesn't matter. It's like, if it's not aligned with your trademark, it just won't work. Like if the dollar store decided to have a diamond selling section at the back, I don't know how well it would do. Be like, don't know, that's where I would buy my diamonds. And if all of a sudden Yves Saint Laurent started a trinket shop where everything was 99 cents on the front right corner of their boutique, that would be weird. And so it's like, what is your trademark? What is your trademark? Because if you go into a store like Nordstrom, you'll be able to find things that are not expensive, and you'll also be able to find designer stuff. Do you want to be a complete, let's say the Alpha Femme brand has stuff that's like $333,000 a year, and then sometimes I'll run a free masterclass. But the difference is that I know that I could charge just as much for the free thing as I do for the paid thing. I never take the quality away. The only reason I create free is for an opportunity to connect with new people. The only reason I create is like doing a free VIP event at the cosmetics department of Holt Renfrew. You do that because there's an opportunity to connect with new people and show what you're capable of, not because you think your makeup is not able to be sold and so you make it free for one night. It's the energy. It's not what you do. It's who you are when you do it. I don't make things available for a few $100s because I think they're worth a few $100s. I make things available for a few $100s because I want to open the doors to people who've been thinking for months, if I could do this, I would. And then I'm like, okay, well, now you can. And they're like, yay. But the quality is not diminished because the price is, because what the difference in price is changed by the numbers, right? So there's so many different strategies I want to talk to you about. And honestly, I could just talk for just life. I could just talk about this for the rest of my life, but this is also why I'm so excited for the next 3 programs, because I feel like I can just be so much more in like detail oriented. But I also am excited to do a Q&A with you because I feel like there's some really, really great Q&As that have been asked on these in this program so far. And I want to address them because I think that I could in this masterclass and I would just create more value for all of us. So the greatest thing to look at here is if you look at the way you've been selling up until now in your business, have you been focusing more building the Super Bowl, or have you been focusing more on writing the Budweiser ads? Up until this conversation today, what have you been more focusing on? Terrified of selling. I understand that. So some of you have just even been on the sidelines, haven't even done it yet. But most of you, the Budweiser, the Budweiser, the Budweiser. The Super Bowl, but ads all over the place. The chips, the ads, none of it. Building the Super Bowl, but incredibly slowly. Budweiser, Budweiser, the infomercial. And so what I want you to know, first of all, is there's nothing wrong about this, because I really believe that in traditional marketing, the first thing anyone will talk to you about is your marketing. It's just that we're a little different in the online world. We're a little different because we've got to build the channel, not just the ad. Unless someone is allowing you to put your ad somewhere, or unless you are paying for advertising. So this is the caveat I want to make here. Why what I want to teach you is so powerful is because it is based on organic growth, organic advertising with no ads. If you pay for advertising, you're doing what Budweiser's doing, which means Budweiser didn't build a Super Bowl. Budweiser found the Super Bowl and said, can we advertise here? When we're self-made, when we see ourselves as the product and the show. So for those of you who want to be the influencer company online, it's not just about the company, it's about the influencer company online. That's when this discussion changes, where it's not just about you being the beer commercial. It's not only building the commercial, but also building the place it's going to be run. Because there's no one right now that just wants to run your ad for you. Now, in the programs, and I'll talk about this on Shop With Me, there are little things, and I still want to do before the end of this a affiliate conversation with you, for those of you who want to do affiliates, because affiliates is very much like, you know, you have a Super Bowl channel and I want to run my ad on your Super Bowl channel, or you want to run my ad on the Super Bowl channel and receive a part of it every time someone buys beer. It's a fun thing. That's a fun way, if you don't have a huge network right away, to say, how do we get people's ads on different channels? We can talk about that. But there are strategies that I used before I had a channel. There are strategies that I used before people knew who I was on the internet at all. I built a 6-figure business my brand was the Invisible Coach. I didn't have a brand. I didn't have Alpha Femme. I didn't have graphics. I didn't have anything. I was the Invisible Coach. I didn't even give people my name. It was just like, I was the invisible coach, and it had its allure and it had its vibe, and it was referral only. And that was it. The invisible coach. And there's strategies about that I also want to teach you in traditional marketing, because I think that even though we're online, some of those deep connections really matter. But the thing to look at, whether you are invisible and you're marketing through word of mouth, or whether you want to create really beautiful ad campaigns that you pay someone else to run. So you want to pay Facebook to run your ad. You want to pay Instagram to run your ad. You want to pay Google to run your ad. You want to pay an affiliate to run your ad. You can do that. Or whether you want to build a Super Bowl channel, you can do that. And it's about looking at, do I want to learn how to do all three so that I don't have the pressure right now and I can learn how to make a very, very happy amount with a smaller network? Do I want to learn how to build? Do I want to learn how to network? How far do I want to go? And so you might want to ask yourself that question. Now, if there's a part of you that's afraid, I just want to tell you that I totally get that. Because one of the big reasons that I was invisible for so long is because of the fear of what being famous or known might mean. How people project a meaning onto me, or decide that I'm something or that I'm not something, or look for everything that's not good enough about me to say that I don't deserve what I've done. And I know it happens because I've seen people to do it to people all my life. Oh, she's not pretty enough. She's not shapely enough. She's not smart enough. She's not whatever enough. And it's like, I just didn't want to find out all the things I was not enough at. And so it terrified me. But one step at a time, at my own pace, I unlocked something. I'm 9 years in from Invisible Coach. 9 years in. I created a multiple six-figure business invisibly, a $1 million business with a brand, and a multi-million dollar business with a channel. And I know how to do all three. And if I ever got sick of being in the public eye, I would bring myself right back to less if I couldn't take the energy anymore. And so one of the reasons I really believe it's helpful for me to have these conversations with you is because I didn't just skyrocket to success overnight. I didn't find a magical little button that I pressed that made all my fears go away, or that created the perfect everything. But also there were like no examples for me that looked the way of what I've built. And so now I'm seeing women do it so much faster because there's so many more examples. You come into this world, how many six-figure earners, seven-figure earners you're seeing, it's almost impossible not to believe you could do it. There's so many of us. There's so many of us. So it feels like just, if they can do it, I can do it. And that's such an incredible thing to be able to do that, to look at other people who've done it and say, if that's possible, then it's possible. But I want to show you long-term success, not flash in the pan, not so stressed to be successful that you lose your life in the process. Everything about my life got better doing it this way. My relationship got better. My life got better. My family life got better. My financial situation got better. My company growth, my business, my teachings, my speaking, my vocabulary, my storytelling, like you name it. There's not one thing that didn't get better about me doing business the way I teach business. And this to me is such a breath of fresh air. It took me 9 years. It's taken some of my clients much less time than that. But I want to invite you to come play for the long game, to build a trademark that carries you in the most beautiful way through the rest of your life, where you put the aligned work in now to really find out what this could be, and that you dedicate yourself to your art and to your craft, and that you build something that blows your mind, that changes the financial legacy for your entire family. Like, you go be the first one to be set free financially if it hasn't been done before you. Every family should have a millionaire. Let it be you. We all have different skills in life, you know? There's people who are the connectors, the people who want to bring people together, the ones who are great at dinner parties, the ones who are great at all kinds of things. And you may be good at all kinds of different things, but if you're driven to learn how to be successful, then you be the one that sets your family free. Every family deserves one person who doesn't worry about money for everyone. Let it be you. Let it be you, and don't burn your family in the process. Like, actually Learn how to do it in a way where they all win. This is the greatest thing about my business. My entire family has changed. Even my extended family has changed. Everything has changed for everybody. This has become the greatest trademark. The Alpha Femme trademark for me, for my family, for the world, what it stands for is people being freed. It's emancipation from systems that didn't work for them. It's financial gender equality because you said so. It's a world where there's inclusivity and diversity and people who don't look like me that are succeeding at everything and don't sound like me that are succeeding at everything. And the more evidence I have that all these different people can do it, the more I stop thinking that my exceptions are going to take me out of the game. I want to see every exception. I want to see every minority. I want to see everyone who's ever been told they couldn't do something become wildly successful until no one's kid ever is looking for someone who looks or feels like them ever again for evidence that they can do this too. We have built a world network, a global network that shows success in every color, shape, style, language, accent. There is no reason for us all not to have this if we want. If we want it, then we build it. And we build the culture that holds it too. We build all of it. We hold the social media world, the social media industry, the online marketing industry, the online advertising industry. We hold it. So what are we going to do with it? May we build the Super Bowl of marketing on the online industry. May we create channels that give hope to everyone who needs that hope. It's our legacy. And if we do it in a way that's good for me, for you, for us, and not just our own need for validation, if we do it bigger than us, the manifestations start to kick in at hyperspeed. I have found in my life that when my manifestations are not just about me, they happen so much faster. If the thing I am holding also holds the possibility for what you're holding to happen, we don't cancel our manifestations out in the quantum. If I want to be the best and you want to be the best, somewhere out there, something breaks. But if I want to see a better world with you and you want to see a better world with me, somewhere in the quantum, something bonds. It's our job to create bonds in our manifestation and create something together that's going to really change stuff. And in doing this, in building incredible businesses that are built on integrity and marketing that's built on integrity and advertising that's built on integrity and world-class channels, and we're going to create that the online space thrives for years and years and years and years and years and years. And these teachings that we're discovering now, they're just going to be more beneficial for when the world needs more of it. We're the founders of this. And there's a beautiful responsibility in that if we choose it. So sit with yourself and look at what level you want to play at. There is nothing right or wrong about this. If you decide like, oh, this is too big, I don't know, I just wanted 25 likes on my post. I thought that's what this was going to be about. Like, I don't want any of that. That's also okay. Like, don't get overwhelmed by my vision if it doesn't land. But if it does, let it expand you. What do you want? What do you really want? What do you want to build? What do you want to see in your lifetime? You want to create something for yourself. You want to learn how to build ads so good that people are proud to market them on their channels. And then you want to build your own Super Bowl so you never need to worry about another person sharing your stuff ever again. You're just grateful that they do and excited when they do because it means you're still nailing the advertising game. Then this is the kind of conversation we get to have. Proud to be online business owners. A different kind of professionalism. Not the kind of professionalism where you try to look professional. The kind of professionalism of like, this is the profession of your life. This is the most important thing, like dedication to your craft. That creates a level of professionalism. Like, I don't care if you are barefoot 6 months out of the year and you do half your work in a bathing suit, drinking out of a coconut. But what I care about is when I look at your work, I think, wow, they really cared about that. This is world class. This is cared about. And we do that. We raise the bar in this industry for all of us. Raise the bar, raise the standard. So take some time with yourself tonight. This is your coursework. Are you building invisibly? And it's okay if you're invisible right now. Let yourself tickle the possibility of the future. you're invisible now, but if you could find the right people whose networks you really trusted, could you build a really great ad and trust them to run it? Maybe. And what if you were responsible for your own channel? What if you could decide who's watching? What if you could market it so beautifully that you have an idea of who's watching the channel, which makes it so much easier to run the ad, which makes it so much easier to make the sales offer, which makes it so much calmer to trust that people can make their own decisions. Because if they were aligned to the channel and they were aligned to the ad, the chances of them being aligned to the sale is so much higher. And then you can trust them to make the right decision for them and keep running your Super Bowl for years and years and years to come. So tomorrow we're going to wrap it up with the final module. Are you having fun? It's good? Having a good time? Tomorrow is going to be the final module. Yay. But then we're going to have the Q&A that I'm going to add on YouTube. So I'll make sure my team posts my YouTube channel. And if you're not following me on if you're not subscribed to my new YouTube channel this year, we're going to do some great YouTube stuff with Meta being a little iffy with me. I want to own my own stuff. And so I think YouTube's going to be a really good idea, especially even just as a backup for stuff. So make sure, please subscribe to that channel if you want to stay connected for the Q&A. And then there's also going to be a French one, and the French one will also be posted on YouTube with subtitles. So you could even watch the French module with English subtitles if you wanted. This is where we're at in the world. So next level. All right. I love you. You're beautiful. You smell nice. Enjoy this work, this introspection work, and I will see you tomorrow for the last and final official module. Mwah. See you soon.